This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Big Bend fought back to overcome a 7-point deficit at half to beat Blue Mountain 72-69 in overtime. Dozens of collisions, some involving 10 or more cars, shut down Interstate 90 over Snoqualmie Pass over the weekend. A crashed tree caused a big problem for some residents in Portland, damaging a home and knocking out power.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Big Bend fought back to overcome a 7-point deficit at half to beat Blue Mountain 72-69 in overtime. The Lady Vikings were down 40-33 at halftime before outscoring the Timberwolves 21-13 in the third quarter to take a 54-53 lead. Blue Mountain's Maya Slater hit a bucket with 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter to tie the game at 65. Big Bend would turn it over with about 4 seconds left to give the Timberwolves one last chance, but a three-point attempt bounced off the rim to send the game into overtime. The Vikings outscored Blue Mountain 7-4 in overtime as Sonny Martinez knocked down 2 free throws with about 30 seconds left to secure the win. Martinez finished the game with 16 points to go along with 4 assists for the Vikings. Haley Garrity also added 16 points and 5 rebounds. Big Bend improves to 2-0 in the East region and hosts Spokane Wednesday at 6 p.m. This is Joe Wutter for iFIBER 1 Sports.
Being stuck in traffic
for an hour, at least.
may seem bad, but when it's stop and go, that hour can easily feel like
forever.
This really sucks.
Sophie Griffith is piled high in the car with her friends. Their road trip to go night skiing on the pass, well, it's now stuck in red.
We would figured that people would have taken the safety precautions like we have, even though we're a bunch of teenagers. We know you gotta take the right steps, just like we learned in driver's ed.
Hundreds of drivers, 3 lanes worth of traffic were getting siphoned down to 1, starting at 3. A redirect back west on I-90, many say they never saw coming.
Just one, and it was right before the road shut down. I was really confused as to why we didn't get it earlier.
I stopped in North Bend for gas. I got back on the road, and that's when I saw the sign.
We were wondering what was going on.
24 collisions on just the Kittitas County side of the pass, some involving 10 or more cars. 5 people were transported to area hospitals. One patient, an 11-year-old, was thrown from the car, and those were the lucky ones.
Come on, let's go!
Washington State Patrol confirms the roadways have claimed 1 life tonight. The cleanup forced a 60-mile shutdown of the pass in both directions.
I knew that there was going to be some type of accident. I just didn't realize it would be a 3-car crash and then later on a 10-car crash.
Griffith says skiing tonight is off, but they still need to get home. And with conditions only set to get worse, she's rehearsing driver's ed 101.
Drive the slowest, use the greatest lights that you can, make sure that your tire pressure is safe and that you have enough tire traction, and always stay focused on the road.
The snow and ice in this southeast Portland neighborhood were bad enough. It got a lot worse when this tree trunk snapped off and took out power to 3 homes, including Sandra Churchin's home.
I cried. I love my tree.
Bruised from recent eye surgery, now Sandra has to deal with this, too. Her front yard tree that she says stood for 100 years took down power lines and damaged her next-door neighbor's home on Saturday, just as the snow and ice storm rolled into Portland. Bill Madgen lives across the street and was home when the tree snapped in half.
Yeah, we were just sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden we heard it sound like somebody tearing a carpeting and just ripping it, and all of a sudden the power went out. And we looked out and saw the neighbor's tree here down, and the wires ripped out from the house.
And that's another problem for Sandra. Power crews quickly restored electricity to neighbors' homes, but the falling tree pulled the power connection right out of her home. It has to be repaired before she can get power back, and no one's able to do that right away.
No one can come out until Monday to help us, and the insurance adjusters won't come out till Monday, so I guess we're just in limbo.
With the tree still down and plenty of power lines dangling from her house, the one thing Sandra has going for her is one power cord from a neighbor's house, powering the things she needs inside.
Neighbors are great. They're very, very good. This is a wonderful neighborhood to live in, and I don't know how I would have made it without them.
The snow continues early this week.
From the iFIBER One Weather Center, I'm Jeff Slakey taking a look at the basin's forecast on iFIBER One. Snow showers for Monday and Tuesday, where we're likely to see temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. For Wednesday, partly cloudy and 15, the low at -10. For Thursday, 9 will be the high with -6 during the overnight, 11 on Friday, 16 on Saturday, and 23 for Sunday. For iFIBER One, I'm Jeff Slakey.
This is iFIBER One News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.